Turns out Jungle Inferno is like 4 years old today, which also means that it has been 4 years since TF2 got its last major update, and well, a year since I made a video just like this one talking about the same thing. 2021 has been a very weird year for TF2. It feels like a lot has happened, but also that nothing has really changed that much, really at all. The bots are still an issue, however, some places in the world just don't deal with them as much. Some places still just can't play. Recently, the servers have been absolutely awful. Like, yesterday I just couldn't get on casual at all. Every time I queued, it would cancel the queue, and it just wouldn't even try and put me in a casual game. Not only that, the server performance just generally has been way lower than what everybody is used to, and I don't even think it's individuals targeting streamers or anything this time either. I genuinely just think, for some reason, the Valve servers have started to suck. But other than that, Scream Fortress is out currently, and everybody is playing all the contracts and stuff, which, you know what, is cool. This has been a pretty decent Scream Fortress update. Los Muertos is easily my favorite Halloween map they have ever added, and honestly, I would like it to be in the game all year. I think it's that good. But right now, it's genuinely been a little bit harder for me to play TF2 because some of the servers have just been a little bit weird. But basically, we've just had another year where we haven't really got any major updates, and has that really been a problem? Honestly, no. I mean, at least for me as a content creator, I haven't really struggled thinking of more stuff to make videos on in this game because of the lack of updates, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not desperately sitting here begging Valve to put new weapons in the game or balance changes and stuff like that just so I can make a couple pieces of content. Now, obviously, if Valve did make an update and those things did come into the game, then obviously I would make videos about it. I would be excited about it. I would want it. I would be all for it. But luckily, I'm in a position where I don't desperately need that to be in the game to carry on doing my job. If that was what my content was, and I was kind of just waiting for the next major update to be able to do anything significant, then yeah, I'd be a little bit annoyed. But because I don't do that and I just like talk and cut up streams sometimes and stuff, I've actually been fine this year. But if there was to be an update I do think we desperately need, it would be the bot fix update. And that doesn't even add new content, it just makes playing the game a lot easier and would do more for the community morale than any big major update, I think. Telling players they no longer have to worry about bots and actually meaning it because you've got a good solution put into the game would be incredible. It would be such a big relief for so many people. I can't even imagine it. Now, I don't want to go too in depth with this whole argument now. I literally made a video a few days ago about it, so go and watch that if you haven't already. But 4 years without a major update is still quite a lot, and I think one thing we need to remember is that TF2 is now a 14-year-old video game. How many other 14-year-old video games are out there with a community like this one after not having anything major added to it in the last 4 years? Personally, I can't think of any, but that is a little bit biased because obviously I think TF2 is great and everything. So if you do actually have any ideas, please let me know. But I do think it would be kind of difficult to think of any examples of games that have lasted this long without constant sequels or without constant updates. Like, TF2 is just kind of existing right now. And that shows you a lot about TF2, that this game is still alive and with a community as big as this one. After that amount of time, without all of those updates, you would expect to be needed to keep a community happy. So if you take away all of the years it has been since Jungle Inferno, TF2 is still, like, it was a 10-year-old game. There's 10 years worth of updates that this game has gotten, which is a lot of content for one game to get, if you think of it that way. I mean, maybe at this point we're just better off waiting until the 15-year anniversary of TF2, and then maybe a major update will come out, but I doubt that. I have no idea when the next big thing for TF2 is going to be, but I'm also not super stressed about it because I don't think we really need one. TF2 is pretty good right now. Obviously, taking away the bots, that's, you know, there's the big, like, asterisks there. Like, TF2 is great right now if you get rid of the bots. I like to think a big part of TF2's survival without Valve constantly updating the game is the huge community effort and just how stubborn this community is to keep this game alive. This community does not want to see TF2 die and are refusing to actually let it die. So obviously last year we had stuff like TF2 Classic and Open Fortress and stuff like that, and recently they've been taken down temporarily. I don't know what the whole thing with that is. But hopefully they'll be back soon, because they were actually really fun little side games of TF2 and stuff like that to play, and I had a lot of fun with them last year. But we've also got Potato TF and their whole Halloween MVM, kind of almost mini update within of itself. If only Valve would just kind of, you know, talk to those guys and get that stuff kind of put in the game. But that's MVM like you've never seen it from Valve, which is really cool to see. I'm definitely going to be trying it out soon, and honestly, it makes a regular MVM look a little bit naff. Aside from just like the stuff you can actually play, I feel like the things on the workshop that are getting made are just getting better and better and better, and somehow there's still even more new ideas being put into TF2. Turns out some people in this community are just crazy talented, and Valve would actually do quite well by talking to these people and getting them to help, I think. So, where are we at now? It has been 4 years without a major TF2 update, and we don't really have any idea when the next one is even going to come out. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think people will exactly see that as an amazing thing either, which is fair enough. But I think a lot of people try and make out that TF2 is on its very last legs, and I don't think that's the case really at all. Even 4 years without a major update, this game is still amazing. I know it would be really cool to get constant updates and to always have something that we're looking forward to, that we know is going to happen, but unfortunately Valve owns this game and you don't really get that with them. There's really not a whole lot we can do about that either. But anyway, that is going to do it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I would really appreciate it. It would help me out a lot, and I will see you all next time with another video. Goodbye.